Hello, my name is Denise Yezbak Moore, and today I am creating with John Bead. John Bead is a Preciosa crystal platinum distributor and a well-known wholesale company who has been in business for 70 years. Today's DIY jewelry making project features my icy spring earrings. The tools and supplies you will need to create these earrings are round nose pliers, wire cutters, chain nose pliers. All of our pearls and crystals are Preciosa. Our pearls are Maxima Pearl White 4mm and Maxima Pearl Rosaline 4mm. We will also be using Sew On Rivoli SS34 crystals with a silver backing. You will need size 1 crimp beads. We're going to use these as spacers and ear wire, and 24 gauge wire. A complete list of the jewelry making supplies and beads, along with printable PDF instructions, can be found on blog.johnbead.com. To start, we are going to cut a 6-inch length of 24 gauge wire. Our sew-on crystals have 2 holes, one on the right side and one on the left side. We are going to string a crystal on the right side, a size 1 crimp bead, a 4mm white pearl, size 1 crimp bead, 7 Rosaline 4mm pearls, crimp bead, white pearl 4mm, crimp bead, and the left side of the crystal. Continue stringing a crimp bead, 2 Rosaline pearls, and a crimp bead on each side of the earring. You can now see I have all of my beads on the wire. Bring our wires together and we are going to string on each side the crystal sew on, and then we're just going to move that down. Now we're going to come in, making sure those beads are nice and tight. We're going to pinch these wires together. Grabbing the wire on the left side, we are going to wrap it around one time. Flipping the earring over, we're going to trim off that little end, and using our chain nose pliers, we're just going to tap that little end down so there are no sharp edges. We are now going to form a wrapped loop, and we want our wrapped loop facing towards us, so we're going to turn it to the side, and we're going to bend the wire back, move the pliers up, bend the wire towards you, move the pliers to the side, bend the wire back. Switch hands are going to wrap 1, 2, remove, come back in with our wire cutters, trim off that little end, and then we're going to tap that wire down and straighten out our loop. You can now see we completed row 1 of our earring. Cut a 5-inch length of 24 gauge wire. I made these little loops at the end so my beads wouldn't fall off, so you can make a little loop at the end of your wire when you're stringing so your beads won't fall off. You are going to string 2 crimp beads, a 4mm white, 1 crimp bead, 10 4mm Rosaline pearls, crimp bead, white 4mm pearl, and 2 crimp beads. Now I'm going to trim off my little holder loops. Pass your wire through the other hole on the left side of the earring and pass your wire through the right side hole on the other side of the earring. Bring those wires up tightly. To keep the beads nice and tight, I'm going to bend it this way and bend it outward on the other side. Now I'm going to grab this wire and passing it through, and I'm pulling it tight, and I'm going to wrap it around one time. Coming back in with my wire cutters, I'm going to trim off that little end. Moving over to the other side, we're passing our wire through the center. Now I'm going to flip it over. I'm pulling that wire tight, and we are going to wrap it around one time. Let's trim off that little end. With our chain nose pliers, we are going to come in and tap that wire down so there are no sharp edges. Now you can come back in and look at your earring and see if the shape looks correct, and you can make little bends to straighten the earring. Our last step is to attach our ear wire. This is how you open and close an ear wire. We're going to open it, grab our earring, attach, and close your ear wire. And there you have it, how to create my icy spring earrings. This is another colorway. There's so many different options that you could create with this earring design. Also featured on blog.johnbead.com are my icy spring bracelets. There's no video for these bracelets, but printable PDF instructions can be found on the blog. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you next time.